Good morning, everyone. Today is the 8th day of August 2024. Yesterday was 7th. Yesterday, the Nigerian Labour Congress, they had their National Executive Council meeting, and they condemned the way the federal government is treating the end bad governance protest. And they told government what to do and how to dialogue with the protesters to make sure they meet their demand and so on and so forth. They acknowledge that our demands for protesting is not arbitrary, that this is something that is in the ambit of the law. They condemn the Tinubu's regime for using force against the protesters. That is not enough. So in the midnight, Tinubu sent the Department of State Service, that is the DSS, to their office, and the DSS now raided their office yesterday and accused them of supporting the protesters. You see, any flies that don't hear word will follow the dead body into the grave. There is no doubt that we are in dictatorship. I think people are saying they don't need military regime, they don't need military regime. Are we in a democracy? Are we in a democracy? Now, the reason the DSS gave why they invaded the Nigerian Labour Congress office in Abuja was because they said they noticed or they suspected that the Nigerian Labour Congress are supporting the end bad governance protest, and they are doing some things that is against Tinubu's regime, not against the Nigerian constitution, against Tinubu's regime. You see, this Nigeria is not going to work like this. It's not going to work like this. This is complete dictatorship, 100% oppression on anyone. I urge the Nigerian Labour Congress to do the needful. I urge them to do the needful. Most of the time, Nigerian Labour Congress, they fucked up, they look down on themselves that is making government to oppress them. During the time of Adams Oshiomhole, when he was the president of Nigerian Labour Congress, they not want DSS to come and invade that office. They will shut the nation down. I don't really know who is advising Tinubu. Nigeria is not Lagos. This thing will over you. This thing is going to over Tinubu. Nigeria is not Lagos. Nigeria is not Lagos. How could it be that anyone who is having a civil gathering, democratic gathering, lawful gathering, you try to clamp them down? As I speak to you, is that not in Kaduna State? About 7 hours ago, 7 people were killed, about 12 people injured. What happened in Zaria? Is it Zaria or Zamfara, where 16-year-old boy was killed? When the military went there, they paid 300,000 as compensation. That is what we are complaining, and they have carried out another shooting again. They want to turn this country upside down. What will make people to have faith in the country? What will make people to believe Nigeria at this moment? What will make people not to even wave another country's flag? What will even make people to say we are leaving this country? It is a useless country. Tinubu is making this country to be useless. He's making this country to be useless by not being democratic. Tinubu is being autocratic. Tinubu is working against Nigeria constitution. Tinubu is working against the people. The presidency is against the people, and this has to stop. This has to stop. I urge the Nigerian Labour Congress to join the protest the 8th. Today is the day 8 of the protest. I urge them that if the federal government will not apologize and listen to the protesters, let them go to strike. Because the time is now that everybody must fight with each two to make sure they restore sanity. I made a video some time ago. I was telling people that the greatest scam I have seen in Nigeria was the June 12th. They told me that, don't say it again. Do you know how people struggle for democracy? I said, shut up. These people never fought for democracy. They came and they fought for power. That is not democracy. They were fighting for power out of the military regime, hands. They fought for power out of the military regime. They never fought for democracy. And these people don't know what democracy is. How can you tell me that Tinubu fought for democracy? That man, does he resemble a Democrat? Right from the time of his election, he was telling his followers, if you see anybody that is going to stop us in this quest of having power in Nigeria, stop the person, snatch it, grab it, and run away with it. a Democrat, democracy my foot. According to Fela, this is a demonstration of crazy. Democracy cannot work in Nigeria. It can't work because the people don't know what democracy means. That you as a leader, you are doing everything bad, embezzling the money, lying to the people, and so on and so forth. And the citizens say, so no, we are going to storm the street. We are going to protest. And the only thing you could do is to send your armies, send your thugs, send your police to go and clap down those who want to exercise their right. And you want to talk about democracy? Where is it coming from? Democracy from here? Democracy from here? This is not democracy. This is kakistocracy. In fact, I don't know the form of government that we use to refer to what is going on in Nigeria. But as far as I'm concerned, we don't have a democracy in Nigeria. And everybody should get ready for this fight. Everybody should get ready. Anytime any government of the world try to stop people who are protesting peacefully, history has demonstrated that they will lead the situation into a violent one. I was trying to tell people yesterday that this end bad governance protest is an ideal. It's not going to stop like NSASO. Even when the 10 days complete, as far as the bad governance is not over, this is not going to stop. It's not going to stop. How can you expect people who have not eaten for 2 days to keep quiet? People who don't know where their next meal is going to come from. How could you do that, tear gassing them? Because they are on the street and they want to say we are hungry. They want to say that this country is not working for us. They want to say that upon our natural resources, people are still dying of malnutrition, no job opportunity, no government social assistance, and so on and so forth, no housing. People went to school, they served the government for 1 full year. They are jobless up to now. Some of them will even find something to be doing. They run out of cash because of inflation. And this government don't care because their children are not in this country. Their families are not in this country. They don't go to the school you go. They don't go to the hospitals you go. Everything about this Nigeria is segregation of cabals from the masses. The segregation of the evil from the masses. The evil in this country is being segregated from the masses. Everything. Ordinary commissioner of a state cannot patronize the public hospital. Their children cannot patronize the public school. There is a dangerous segregation in Nigeria. They don't care about what happens to you. They don't care how you die. They don't care what you go through. What they are important is all about their next election. Anything that stands on their way that they see that oh, this could affect me in my next election, they are going to fight tooth and nail to make sure they bring that thing down. What Tinubu is doing at this moment, how can he come out and say he wants to go from state to state to campaign in this country? It's not going to happen. The rate at which Tinubu is trying to fight the armless citizens from the northern Nigeria is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. These people have had enough. The poverty rate, UN report most of the things we've never heard from Nigeria, reporting it under your regime, and you want people not to react. You have been making mistakes, Tinubu, and I pray you continue to make this mistake that will blow up everything. You want to use your hand to scatter everything, and people are happy that you are using your hand to scatter this nation. That nobody is scattering it for you with what you are doing. Come after everybody now. Come after people who are doing media. Come after people who are blogging. Come after everybody. This is complete dictatorship. We are ready, no problem. No problem, no going back. We are ready. Since that is what you've chosen to do, you can't kill everybody. You can't arrest everybody. But you know what? This protest, when you think it will end, we are going to regroup for you. As far as you don't want people to exercise their fundamental human right, the people will tell you that they have power above you. There is no government without the people. There is no government without the masses. And there is no country without the people. How can you call Nigeria without Nigerians? You're impoverishing. People have money. They embezzle our money, senators. And when you try to complain, they say they don't care, that they will be in the house eating while you are protesting. And they are seeing what is going on, how people are dying. I do not blame anybody. I blame the opposition party in Nigeria who are keeping quiet. I blame opposition party. This is complete dictatorship.